Good evening, this is Left, Right and Centre. I'm Nidhi Razdan. Tonight, the Sena-BJP bicker as the meat ban comes into force in Mumbai for a Jain festival. The High Court asks why only mutton? As people ask whatever happened to freedom of choice? Are we becoming increasingly intolerant? Also tonight, eminent writer K.S. Bhagwan joins us as he gets a threat letter a week after the murder of scholar M.M. Kalburgi. Is there no space for free thinkers and rationalists in India? That's coming up in about 30 minutes from now. But first, the 4-day meat ban began in Mumbai today for a Jain festival, and it was the politics that held centre stage. The Shiv Sena has strongly disagreed with its ally the BJP, which favours the ban, and even lashed out at the Jain community today with all kinds of threats. Meanwhile, meat traders went to the High Court saying that the threat of an 8-day ban was, in a nutshell, crazy. The court asked, why is the ban only on mutton?
On the first day of Mumbai meat ban, at this government-run meat market in Mumbai, it's business as usual, as it is in private meat shops. On paper, these shops are supposed to be closed, but here they say they have heard of no such ban.
BMC बुला के बोलती थी कि इन दोनों में आप दुकान नहीं खोल सकते, कभी नहीं.
Only Deonar, the city's biggest abattoir, is shut. Meat traders say they have provisioned for it.
देवनार, the abattoir, जहाँ से सारा मीट आता है, that main abattoir is closed on these days. So how do you manage them?
We stock it a day before.
On the surface, a ban only on paper, not implemented, just as it's been in the previous years under the Congress and NCP. But meat traders say earlier it was only for 2 days. Now, with a demand for a 4-day or an 8-day ban, like in the suburbs of Mira-Bhayander by the BJP, is simply not acceptable.
Meat traders went to court which said that an 8-day ban cannot work in a city like Mumbai, and that other solutions should be found, like allowing sales while concealing the meat from public view. But the BJP is determined to go ahead. Its Mira-Bhayander mayor told NDTV that they are sticking to their guns for an 8-day ban, and that it was the commissioner who reduced it to 2 days.
नहीं, कमिश्नर के पास पावर नहीं है. उन्होंने ये निर्णय शासन को भेजा है कि हमें उन पे निर्देश दिए जाए.
This has brought the BJP into sharp conflict with its ally the Shiv Sena. A hard-hitting editorial in Samna warned Jains, saying at least Muslims have Pakistan, where will you run to?
इस प्रकार से अगर आप फैनेटिक हो जाएंगे, नहीं होना चाहिए किसी ने भी. हम भी नहीं होते कभी. हम भी सोच समझ कर बात करते इस देश में, इस समाज में. सबको साथ लेके चलना है, हमें मानते हैं. तो इस प्रकार से अगर आप बात करेंगे तो देखिए सबको तकलीफ हो जाएगी.
The Sena says they will ensure that meat is sold on all days of the Jain holy period. It now remains to be seen whether the BJP gives in, as the meat ban once again raises the ugly spectre of sectarian politics in India's most cosmopolitan city. An NDTV Bureau report.
Well, certainly Maharashtra has much bigger things to worry about, particularly a drought-like situation in Marathwada. But here we are with the politics right now in the state consumed with this entire controversy over the meat ban during this Jain festival. Are we becoming increasingly intolerant? What about the question of freedom of choice? Is this about religion or is this about freedom of choice? Joining us tonight once again, Shaina NC of the BJP is with us. Rupin Doshi, member of the Jain community and a CEO and entrepreneur, is back with us this evening, and someone who does not believe in this ban, even though he's a member of the Jain community. But I have with me Mridhu Jain, who's a publisher, philosopher and runs an NGO. She's a member of the Jain community, but believes very much that this is a ban that should take place. Anirban Das Gupta, stand-up comedian, joining us tonight from Kolkata, and Clyde Crasto, spokesperson of the NCP. Shaina, to you first. Let's talk about the politics of this today. We've actually seen the Shiv Sena, your ally, coming out even more strongly today and, saying that there is no way they can support this. They're selling meat openly in Mumbai and have really completely taken a different line from your party. How do you respond?
Nidhi, let's put this whole debate into perspective. Number one, in 1964, a resolution was passed then by the BMC saying that, for Pajushan and for the sacred festival of the Jains, there should be a 1-day ban of selling of meat. In 1994, that resolution changed and they talked about 2 days. And this was a constant practice. In 2004, ironically, the Congress and NCP government passed a GR where they said that it should be 2 days plus 2 days, which is 4 days, which has been the normal practice. There is a Supreme Court guideline which suggests that if the municipal corporations deem it fit and if it is in the interests of the people who have voted the corporators in, they are entitled to deliberate, discuss, and if it's passed unanimously in the House, then these provisions can be adhered to. Now, all along, the practice that has happened from 1964 going down to 1994, 2004, the discussions that have taken place in 2009, 2014, everyone was in slumber. Nobody spoke about this. And now you are accusing the BJP of vote bank politics. If at all, in a country as diverse as India and as secular as India, shouldn't we be patronizing to be tolerant towards each other? And that's exactly what we're doing. Contrary to all these suspicious theories to suggest that we have asked for 8 days, we have not. And most importantly, Nidhi, let me come to the actual point, which is this is not a provision just for the Jains. It is for the Christians, for the Feast of Velenka.
But the mayor who is a BJP mayor in Mira-Bhayander has said that they want an 8-day ban. And that's why the meat traders have actually gone to court in Mumbai today, because they fear that the BJP wants to stretch this ban to 8 days. So you have somebody from the BJP on record, and you're absolutely right about one thing, which is the hypocrisy of the Congress and the NCP on this. You're absolutely right.
This is a sheer conspiracy theory. Please believe me when I say we are not into vote bank appeasement politics. If at all, we believe in being tolerant towards one and all. And I don't understand that if in Mira-Bhayander, out of an 8.5 lakh population, if 1.5 lakh are Jains, can they not appeal to their corporators and then discuss it democratically in the House? Ironically, as a journalist, you should inquire which of the corporators were present and which were absent, and how was this entire discussion passed. And if you are accusing the state government, I think it's grossly unfair, because this Supreme Court guideline is only for municipal corporations. The state has nothing to do with it. And we have only adhered to a practice which has been followed and with due deliberation.
Okay, let me get the NCP on this. Clyde Castro, why is the NCP today taking a completely different position on this? When, as Shaina rightly points out, it was your government in 2004 that actually passed a resolution upholding this and saying that this 4-day meat ban should be there. Why are the Congress and the NCP today criticizing this?
You have to understand, one thing, that, it was a two-day ban, and that too, all strata of the society were brought in together, different political parties there was a common understanding. There was nothing like a stringent law that you have to follow it. So if it was your will to follow it, and now, every time I keep hearing this, being tolerant.
Your government passed a
that's
resolution.
what I'm saying. Yeah, but it wasn't like a stringent law that if you don't do this, you'll be punished. It was voluntary. Now, what I'm also trying to tell you here is that you keep talking about being tolerant towards other people's religion. What is tolerant to you and is not tolerant to the other? How can you work? I mean, this is hypocrisy. It's not like opposing it hypocrisy. Also, the thing is, you are talking about the Jain community asking. From what I know, because I have a lot of Jain friends and I know a lot of Jain people here, Mr. Doshi will agree with me, they are a very tolerant community. They live and let live. I don't think they would say that you do this and you do that, don't eat this, don't do that. It is just that the BJP is trying to use the Jain community to get their agenda of trying to
why did you pass a resolution in 2004? Why was the NCP part of that government and passed a resolution in 2004? The basic principle is the same. 1 second, Shaina. Clyde, the basic principle is the same. The basic principle is the same. You are accusing the BJP of being intolerant. Why did the NCP Congress government pass this resolution at all? Which basically said the same thing. If it's 2 days or 5 days, it doesn't matter.
For 2 days on the beginning of the Holy Week, either the Pajushon, and on the last day is what was an understanding. They say 4 days, then to 8 days. Tomorrow they'll say ban everything. How can you encroach upon somebody else's eating habits? You are telling me, one day you tell me what to say, one day you tell me what to eat, then you say what music to listen to, what I should talk to Nidhi, what I should talk to NDTV or not. I mean, this thing is, this is the root. They're trying to strengthen their roots to start dictating terms to people, and they're going to take it one step. Listen, Shaina, don't get personal. I don't think, I think you shouldn't get personal on this one. There's nothing called petty. And
I'm not at all, but get your facts correct. It's been 4 days since 2004.
You need to get your facts together.
Exactly, Shaina's actually right.
You need to get your tolerance right.
It has been 4 days since 2004.
I'm right.
It has been 4 days. So why is the opposition attacking the BJP on this now when it actually has been 4 days?
Absolutely.
Although granted, it's not really been enforced in the city, and this time because it's happening in Mumbai, there's a lot of outcry about it. But it's been there. The 4 days has been there. You supported it. I'm just talking about the hypocrisy of this entire debate. Clyde Castro.
Well, what is the hypocrisy about this whole thing? That's exactly, Didi, I'm trying to tell you here, is that when that resolution was passed, it was a common understanding. It was not like a strict law. The people adhered to it, some people did not, but nobody went down and said, we will make sure this will happen, we will make sure that will happen. I mean, it was never like that. So it's nothing, called hypocrisy out here.
What is the meaning of a GR, Nidhi? Maybe you should communicate to the viewers.
Yeah, I think you should at the same time, you should also communicate to people that you need to learn to respect other people's fundamental rights and other people's religion also.
All right, let's just hear from two different voices in the Jain community as well on this. And let's go to Mridhu Jain first here in Delhi. Mridhu Jain, you've been watching this debate on TV now for the last few days. Where do you stand on this? Because people are saying it's not about religion, at least those who oppose this ban, that it's not about religion, it's about letting people choose. You are free to have your beliefs, and so you should respect what other people want to eat and believe.
Basically, all this problem is arising is because they aren't very clear that we Jains, at this time, this is our 8 days where we go in for purification in and out. And we expect this kind of, we live in this world as a coexisting, we exist with each other. And the kind of support system that we are all working on, right from 1 sense to 5 sense beings, to the human beings, we all need to understand that we are only existing because we have support system from everybody. Today, if we are trying to purify ourselves, today we want to go in Tapa Dharma, today we want to be peace. We want world peace. We want to sanctify ourselves. This is the time these people must come forward nicely and must support us rather than make it a political issue. And in fact, this is the time that we are trying to improve their vision on it. It's not.
So you believe that the meat ban is
meat
justified?
Ban is required. That's a beginning. That was always there. Even during the Akbar time, if you open up, turn the pages of his history, even he was tolerant to it, and there were certain days allocated when he had also allowed the meat ban. So why is it today that we all want to come into a system, we all want to coexist? Why are we raising all this hue and cry?
But why, okay, I just want to understand this. You, of course, what your faith is something that we respect and people respect, and that is your faith to practice. So you don't have to eat meat, but why shouldn't meat be sold to other people who do eat it?
You tell me one thing. Today, you are practicing a kind of solitude in your house. You want peace and silence in your house. And you hear the outcry of all the animals outside who always want to be saved. This is a particular day when, how do we have a Thanksgiving day? Why do we have a specific day? So these are the allotted days when we all come back to ourselves.
But not everyone has to have a Thanksgiving turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's absolutely true.
For instance,
but
in
this
America.
is the kind of this we expect from them. If they respect us, so do we that. On Bakri Eid, we never raise any issues. We are very tolerant about it. We sit back home, we observe fast, and we pray for them. That's what it is. So it's all about getting the right vision about it. Let's not make it such a big issue. Everybody believes in non-violence. Everybody this is the time when you come back to yourself.
So you believe it's an important ban. Now, Rupen Doshi, you argued here the other day as well that you as a Jain believe the complete opposite. Yes, we hear Mridhu Jain sitting here with us in the studio in Delhi arguing that it's a matter of a few days and that she strongly believes a ban like this is something that she supports. Rupen.
I think it's a question of interpreting the religion. The religion on an absolute basis is absolute, right? There's no negotiation on that. It's the interpretation which is creating a problem. Some Jains like Mridhu feel that, we are doing this fasting and penance, so therefore others should support us. I believe that religion is a very personal thing. Okay, it's me and myself. Mridhu will know as a Jain that religion is all about parthi khas ane swama vas. Shed the whole world and go into your own soul. So if I'm in my own soul, where's the question of being bothered by other people? I'm not even bothered by my body. So if an ant comes and bites me while I'm meditating, I will ignore that ant. How am I going to be bothered about what other people are doing? And honestly, from a religion point of view, from a pure religious, spiritual perspective, I don't care what other people are doing. So I don't care what a Catholic is doing, I don't care what a Muslim is doing. I am a Jain, I will practice my own religion within myself, within my four walls or within my temple. So how is somebody else's behavior going to bother me? And if it is bothering me, there's something drastically wrong in the way I'm approaching my religion. So whilst it's easy to say that's only a question of 2, 4, 8 days, I'm saying why do we need a single day? As a Jain, if you ask me, as a Jain first, if you ask me, I want a ban on meat all 365 days of the year. Not only a ban in Bombay, but in India and the whole world. It's not practical, it's not fair, it's impossible to implement. And that's the first point. Second point is, why the hell should I be wasting time in trying to change the world? I'm here to purify my soul. So I'm not a leader, I'm not a political leader, I'm just a common citizen. I'm here to do my own religious and spiritual bit, so just let me be. So if you understand the religion well, you know that all fingers point within. There's absolutely no need to look for outside support. So if I say that you please don't blow the horn or blare the music because I'm getting disturbed, there's something wrong with my meditation.
Mridhu Jain wants to respond to you on that. Mridhu wants to respond to you on that.
Though you're talking about being on, you're working on your own soul, but definitely we are a social animal. We coexist with everybody, and definitely we do want everybody's support. And if it's for something good, what's wrong in that? And when people say, okay, we are going to suffer, you can earn the currency of punya by saving those animals, by saving those people.
But that's your belief, ma'am. That doesn't have to be
everybody's
today,
terrorism, everybody's scared of. Everybody's
scared
of terrorism.
Why impose that on everybody else? Maybe they don't want to do that.
We're trying to bring
them.
But
to earn that currency,
is it by nature that they are non-vegetarians? Are they killer by nature? Is it so? Even in Islam it says, we do not like the creature.
I want to earn that punya all 365 days of the year. I don't want to earn that punya only for 8 days. I want to earn it for all 365 days.
Fine, but you have to make a beginning. You need to make a beginning. You just can't talk that I cannot do macro, mega. So I will not do the micro also.
No, but then,
I'm not Lord Mahavir. I'm not a Tirthankar. I'm not here to change the world. It's not practical and possible in this age. If you're a Jain, you know this is Panchamara and we can't do it. So
no,
therefore,
you don't have to be a giver. Just because we cannot do it means we don't make any beginning.
By that logic, it's as was
not
brought up in this program that
other
day.
People's food.
No, if someone from the Muslim community said you have to eat a goat on Bakrid, you're not going to do it, right? You're a Jain.
Well, that's fine. We're not going to do that, but we are not asking them to do tapa. We are not asking them to refrain from eating. Are we asking them not to
This
eat?
is their religious custom. This is your religious custom. They're two different things.
That the slaughterhouse
is okay, theirs is not.
Decide what you will tell people.
That's true, but
you can't decide what you will tell. I'm not telling them this, I'm not telling them that. How can you decide on other people? You don't want other people to decide for you. So you can't decide for other people. I think you have to be balanced. You know, whatever you give, you will get. So you have to have a general live and
let me get the Shiv Sena into this. Professor Manisha Kayande is joining us, and Professor Manisha, you know, today we saw a very strong reaction by the Shiv Sena to this, including by Sanjay Raut, who actually, you know, gave a very strong soundbite about the Jain community, saying that if you become fanatic, it will not be good for you. All demands have to be reasonable. Hasn't this also exposed a very strong division between you and your ally, the BJP, in the state? Firstly.
Well, I don't know. BJP has caught itself in a very wrong place. See, in 1964, a one-day ban was observed. In 1994, one more day was added. And then the Congress NCP government in 2004 added 2 more days. Okay, this was all in line with the religious sentiments of the Jains, certain people coming from that community representing certain MLAs, MPs coming and representing.
Maybe everyone had the choice to raise this issue.
Let her finish,
Shaina. Let me make a point. Shaina.
Go ahead.
Let me make a point. Yeah. So, this was how the 4 days ban came into existence. But now the BJP has gone beyond board and they want a 8-day ban, 10-day ban. It's absolutely unreasonable.
Not at all true.
I mean, and of course, that is what your MLAs have said. That is your so-called representatives of the Jain community.
Manisha ji, you can have your own interpretation, but this is not factually true.
The news was there in all the major newspapers.
the BJP mayor and Mira-Bhayander has said it. The BJP mayor and Mira-Bhayander.
I clarify that. You should
I
see
clarify
all the
that?
newspapers.
No.
I would like to tell Shaina.
Manisha, one second. Shaina, 1 second. I just want to ask Manisha. Manisha, was the Shiv Sena okay with it when it was up to 4 days? In 2004. Because I don't recall if the Shiv Sena has said anything since 2004. I'm just trying to understand.
See, in 2004, it was the government, state government that did it.
That's right.
In 1994, it was the BMC who did it. So that resolution, that was a GR passed by the Congress NCP government. So it was 4 days, 2 days by the BMC and 2 days by the state government. And of course, that was imposed by the state government. But now the BJP MLAs, 3 MLAs go and talk to the BMC commissioner and they want to make it 8 days, 10 days. How is it justified? And this is, this is a sort of fanaticism. And does the Jain community really want that? Are you the sole representatives of the Jain community? In this way, you are not only defaming the Jain community, you are putting them down. You are putting them down.
Can I answer
now? China wants to answer that. China, on that point, there's another point I must ask you, which is what the High Court asked today.
The Jain community.
No, the High Court asked a question today and the High Court will continue to hear this petition tomorrow, asking, rather bewildered, why is the ban only on mutton then? Why not on fish? Because you know that there are political and economic reasons for the ban not being on fish.
Exactly.
I want to talk something.
Just China on that.
I just need to add a point of please let me speak.
Let China come in and then
I want to add something more.
Yeah, okay, Manisha wants to add something and then China.
The whole things together.
Okay, go ahead.
Nidhi, I would like to, Nidhi, just a minute. Okay, then they want that the fish cannot be sold. Then they say the fish can be sold. So fish coming out of water, isn't it dead? So are you not killing them? Are you not killing the fish? And the ban is again 10th it is a ban, again 12th is not ban, again 13 is a ban, again 14 is not a ban. So you want people to eat stale meat.
Let China answer that question.
What about the meat sold in malls which are run by Jains?
Now we've heard you, Manisha ji. Give someone else a chance to reply.
China, go ahead.
Mrudu Jain has completely understood it in totality. Number one, the municipal corporation has discussed about slaughterhouse, and I think the main contention of the Jain community is vis-a-vis slaughter of animals, and that is the basic idea vis-a-vis Deonar, etc. The fact that fish and egg is available and that restaurants can also serve non-vegetarian shows that it's not a ban. It's about being tolerant towards a community which is celebrating a religious festival called Pajushan, where they don't want to see blood strewn on the streets, and especially where their representation is large. Now, Nidhi, if the High Court and the Supreme Court did not have this provision for the municipal corporations, we would not even be discussing it. It would have been an open and closed case. You said that the Mira-Bhayander, they talked about 8 days. Please go back and check how many corporators were actually present when this vote was taking place, and where were they, and why were they silent, and now suddenly they have raised this. Are we playing appeasement politics, or has the Congress, NCP and other parties played it since 1964? When it suits them, they have said this. If there is a MLA who belongs to a particular community and is giving a representation on merit, is it not possible? We would welcome similar
But China, why should, firstly, I have a question. 1 second. Why does the state have to get involved in this at all? Why should the state be telling people what to eat?
The state is not involved.
Of course it is. You're all political parties. Why are political parties telling people what to eat? I mean, if a community decides, if communities decide amongst themselves, if let's say people in those neighborhoods where the Jain community lives.
Political parties are very confused from the discussion or from the arguments that Shaina is putting forward. On the one hand, she's saying that the Supreme Court wants it. On the other hand, she's saying that the people want it. You know, this kind of political kabaddi is not going to work.
Gives the provision.
You're very confused.
Let me get
confuse the people.
Let me get Anirban Let me get Anirban Dasgupta into this, who's been watching this. Anirban, the question then is that, you know, we've become a country where honestly every other day we have a debate on some ban or the other. And very sadly, much of it emanates from Maharashtra. Anirban, your thoughts on this tonight?
Yeah.
whenever I wake up and I log on to Twitter or Facebook, the first thing that I see is a ban. Like the government, instead of generating jobs, is probably more successful in generating hashtags. You know, meat ban, porn ban. And on this issue, what we were discussing, especially a discussion between Rupen and Mridu, you know, I think we'd like to think that we treat all religions equally, but when these kinds of regulations come out, it basically says that, you know, we like our rules and regulations a little more than other religions' rules and regulations. And like the meat ban, for example, is, according to me, clearly a political issue, because by enforcing a meat ban, you are appeasing a community, and not just a community, a rich community. And the same meat will be used to give away for free during the elections to appease a poorer community. So now I find that a really ironical thing, that, you know, it's a politics of convenience, according to me. That, you know, you appease a rich community now, and then, you know, when the elections are near the corner, then liquor free, chicken free, and all those things happen, you know, on the same topic. And this is a Jain festival. I don't think the Jains really care. The friends that I have in the community, they absolutely do not care about what's happening.
You'll have to let me say something here, please.
Let Anirban, but the point is, one second. I just want Anirban to make this point. You know, you're a young man. You know, you're a comedian. You live in a cosmopolitan city, and then you see every other day where, you know, political parties basically want to tell us what to eat, what to wear, what not to eat, what to watch on TV, what to see on the internet. Is that worrying you about where we are headed, you know, as a country?
Of course it is worrying me. On a lighter note, like, I am from Calcutta. I am just happy that another government is being made to look stupid right now. But it is just like, you know, the BJP is in power right now, and, you know, they are taking the brunt of it. But I do not expect, you know, if somebody else comes to power, they'll do the same. You know, it's like, you know, the whole politics is based on this notion that Indian people are probably idiots. They don't, you know, see through these decisions. You know, it is very, very worrying for me that every day, tomorrow morning, I'll, you know, wake up and see another hashtag, you know, something else is banned.